TIFU by saying, "OMG shut up" during assembly. So for context, my school has assembly after lunch. Once assembly is done, we get to go home after. The only problem is that assembly is so FCking long. This is where the FCK up occurred. Assemblies in general are long. However, there is one particular teacher, calling him Mr. Jeff, who basically rambles about the same things and makes assembly longer and basically delays us going home. Once the assembly was nearly over, Mr. Jeff had come to present the assembly as per usual with his long waffle. And as per usual I sighed. But unfortunately, it wasn't just a sigh. The assembly had basically been going over, and due to my frustration I had blurted out, "OMG shut up." I thought no one had heard me, but the people and him around me did. He then said, "Well, apparently some people are tired of me talking, so time to dismiss you." I had to stay back though, and he essentially questioned me on why I would say that and that he was only trying to be helpful. I just explained that his assemblies always talk about the same thing and how he always conveniently delays the time to leave or only decides to speak just before we are about to leave. My friends were agreeing with me but didn't say out loud. TLD, or a teacher constantly makes assembly longer with the same talking points, so when he came up, I got frustrated and said, "OMG shut up," and he heard me. You're going to love adulthood. I was hoping for the part where you admitted you were one of the staff. Mr. Jeff needed to hear that. Good on you for shooting straight with him when he questioned you. He may actually take that to heart. Speaking from experience, as a teacher, a lot of your teachers probably agreed with you too. Lol, all the comments here delusional. Yay, it's cathartic to have no impulse control and blurt out for someone to shut up that you really wish would. But there's a time and place and a reason why impulse control is a valued trait. Not saying this situation is a big deal or problematic. It was forgotten by the time Op thought about posting it. Just the comments saying, "Good on you," are laughable. If you can't hold your impulses, that's a terrible thing and is much more troublesome. Get ready for 90% of your adult life being exactly that. But it's not the assembly after lunch. It's the 5 p.m. meeting on a Friday evening keeping you from going home. I read this as if it were a character from Mean Girls talking, and it fit perfectly. I'm nearly 50, and say this during certain people talking in meetings. After confirming my mic is on mute. You said what everyone into whole damn assembly was thinking. Probably even some of the other teachers. I used to have a colleague who at the end of every meeting would just have one more thing to bring up. It got to the point where a group of respected scientists would just loudly sigh, groan out of exhaustion. TBH, a lot of scientists are pretty shady. A lot of side-eye and stifled giggles in conferences when someone says something inaccurate or missed something important. Well, you learned not to say it out loud. You'll appreciate the lessons you learn in school later on in corporate life. That's a good TIFU. People will thank you later, if they haven't already. This kind of jerk is why I never wanted to be a teacher. But, of course, a middle schooler's judgment of what isn't worth listening to is so very meaningful. What you said sounds like excuses, deflections and justifications. A better answer might have been, the assembly felt long and the information redundant. I didn't have the self-control not to express my feelings out loud, which I understand to be unkind and inappropriate. I am working on that. Vote for Pedro. Can you provide context about your age and what type of school you're in? It actually has nothing to do with judging what you did. I just don't understand the circumstances. I graduated from a U.S. public high school 15 years ago and I have never heard of having a daily assembly after lunch and then sending everybody home right after at any grade level. Is this a common thing? I am so confused. That's a nice reaction there. When you grow up and get a job, you will have the exact same Mr. Jeff come to you at the last minute of your work time and he will give you stupidly long tasks or talk about some stupid stuff THST can wait until tomorrow, but his stupid ass decides to do this 5 minutes before your work time is over. He will do this to get extra free work from you. Please remember this moment in your school. Take it as a lesson and give the exact same reaction to that Jeff, except say it in a more business professional-like manner. And all your coworkers will thank you.
If you enjoyed this video, please check out our playlists full of similar content. Epic Ericast is like doom scrolling for your ears. Please like, share, and subscribe.